18LeakG, born Malik Butler, was born on September 28th, 2000, and is from Winsboro, South Carolina. 18LeakG was best friends with 18Vino, who I just posted a video about this week. The two stuck by each other's side through it all and were a dynamic duo in South Carolina. Both were incredibly talented, and their stories deserve to be told. With that said, this is the untold story of 18LeakG. Not much information is available online about Leak's early life, but it's obvious that he had a serious passion for music very early on in life, and he started posting music online in high school. LeakG used to play football for Fairfield Central for a few years, and he graduated in high school in 2019. During high school, LeakG started posting music online. There's even videos as early as 2018 where he's freestyling.
If you my dog, then we gon' slide together. Ayy, if you my bro, then I'ma ride forever. Ayy, if we get caught, we do that time together. Ayy, and when we blow, then we gon' shine together.
And it is clear that he had this passion for a very long time. And throughout high school, he started developing his style alongside 18Vino. 18Vino was another rapper from South Carolina and was 18LeakG's best friend, and they both shared their deep passion for music together, and they started taking it more serious in 2019. LeakG dropped a few songs in 2019 with visuals that are still on YouTube today. Some songs he dropped are called Bottom, which dropped on August 15th, 2019. Another song called Survivor, which he did with 18Vino, which dropped on December 1st, 2019. And this is a time where they both really started to create a buzz in the city, and people started recognizing their names. It seemed as if 18Vino was dropping more frequently, and Vino's buzz started to grow more and more. And I'm sure that was extremely inspiring for LeakG to see that his best friend was starting to make a way with music, and LeakG knew that he could do the same. It's clear from seeing 18LeakG's music in 2019 that his style started to develop really quickly, and his music just started to get better and better. LeakG's style was very genuine, and his vocals matched nearly any beat that he hopped on. Vino started making some connections with producers in South Carolina, such as Nico Baby and Jetson Made, and throughout all of Vino's videos, you can see LeakG in pretty much all of them, and they love spending time together. 18LeakG started developing his style more and more into 2020, and he was working closely with another South Carolina producer named Produced by Philly. And with the South Carolina rap music that they were making, it was clear that they were doing something unique and something that hadn't been done before. His music talked about him making a way for himself, his friends, and his family, as well as his life in the streets and the hardships that he had to deal with growing up in South Carolina, and he kept it honest in every single song. He continued to work extremely hard to develop his sound in 2020, and at the end of 2020, he dropped a song called Sins. Both him and 18Vino were in the video, and you can see the progression in his music from 2019 to the end of 2020. He started to really find himself and figure out what his style was in music. 2021 would prove to be an extremely hard year for 18LeakG. He would lose his best friend and right-hand man, 18Vino, to gun violence, and this hit LeakG so hard. In a post he made honoring his best friend, he said, "I'll never forget you. I promise to make you proud." He said, "You got me down right now though. Man, I'm trying to hold it together, but I wasn't ready to say goodbye, and I'm still not. You told me I'm gonna be a superstar just like you. I'll never ever forget you." Vino was making some serious moves in South Carolina, even being number 137 on the hip-hop charts for Apple Music. But this truly made LeakG go so much harder and continue the legacy of his fallen brother. So LeakG started dropping more music, and this is when I found out about him, when he dropped G-Lock. He dropped this song on February 27th, 2021 with a really cool visual. He was just getting better and better with every single song that he dropped in 2021, working alongside Produced by Philly, and even working with Nico Baby. So 18LeakG started making some really good connections in the rap industry. He dropped a song produced by Nico Baby called Mailman in 2021 and continued to drop music throughout 2021. However, towards the beginning of the summer in June 2021, LeakG's music career would take a halt as he got arrested and charged with murder, burglary, and possession of a weapon during a violent crime, and he will be locked up for several months. Now, even though he was charged, this doesn't mean that he's guilty. It is innocent until proven guilty, but either way, he did not let this stop him from continuing Vino's legacy and dropping more and more music. LeakG got out on house arrest in 2022 and continued to release music. His music just kept on getting better. He was really set to blow up. In 2021, he would release his debut album called 18, which included his track with Nico Baby Mailman, as well as 6 other tracks. And then on May 6, 2022, he would drop his second album called Underdog, which highlighted his progression as an artist and showed that he was just continuing to grow. Some of my favorite songs from the Underdog project are Change, Trapper Rap, and Transition. LeakG would constantly do Instagram lives where he would interact with his supporters, and he was really a genuine guy who loved showing love to the people who supported him. In December of 2022, LeakG had the opportunity to do one of his first performances, in which he played his own music as well as tracks from his best friend 18Vino, and he was on the clear path to success and starting to create even a bigger buzz in South Carolina. So going into 2023, he was set to release a lot more music, and on January 30th, 2023, he released another single called Knee Deep. But unfortunately, this would be the final track he would release onto his Spotify, because on February 7th, 2023, police would find 18LeakG alongside his friend Theron Bird Jr., both dead at their residence due to gunshot wounds. A man would be charged for killing both 18LeakG and his friend, and the person charged was actually out on bond for another murder that he committed a few years prior. He was on house arrest, so he wasn't even supposed to be at 18LeakG's house in the first place, because an ankle monitor was supposed to be tracking his every move. According to an article by the Post and Courier, both 18LeakG and the man that allegedly killed him and his friend were both on house arrest. However, the man who LeakG, his ankle monitor had been dead for nearly 2 weeks before the murder. Therefore, the 19-year-old accused of fatally shooting Butler and Butler's friend was not even supposed to be out of his house. This should have never happened in the first place. This is a very unfortunate situation because both him and his killer, they shouldn't have been allowed to leave their houses, but unfortunately, things took a turn for the worst, and Malik Butler lost his life at the early age of 22. This is a very sad situation. I was a fan of LeakG's for quite a while and was very saddened by the news when I found out he passed this year, but his legacy will live on through his music, and his talent is undeniable. Him and Vino both were making some serious moves in South Carolina, and they will truly never be forgotten. I'm glad that we still have their music to listen to. So with that said, rest in peace to Theron Bird, 18Vino, and Malik Butler, also known as 18LeakG.